welcome to the Potions Classroom. I hope. Depends on the technology. But, as you know, I've been studying a lot of magic lately. And I've been practicing as much as I can, which means that a few days ago I spent a good 5 minutes pretending to pass a grape from one hand to the other while not actually doing it. That lets you sort of think about things, because there's not much else to do. My mind started wandering, and I thought, I've had a French 75 and I've had an apple drop. Now in a French 75 it calls for lemon juice, and I thought the reason it's calling for lemon juice is to add some sourness to offset the sugar of the simple syrup. And I thought, well, if you could replace the sourness of the lemon with the sourness of sour apple schnapps or something, then maybe you could have a French 75 crossed with an apple drop, which is of course a French drop. This is the kind of thing you think about when you're pretending to pass a grape from one hand to the other. So, you can't see the table here, but I have all my bits. I have the recipe for a French drop. So it's 1 ounce gin. I have a jigger here that's 500 mils and 25 mils. 500 mils, that'd be half a litre. So 50 mils and 25 mils makes much more sense. So that'll be my ounce, that'll be my half. But an ounce of gin, a half of apple schnapps, 2 dashes of simple syrup, and 2 ounces of champagne. Now, for my champagne, I have the smallest bottle of the cheapest Prosecco I could find, because I didn't want to buy a big bottle of champagne for a drink that might not be any good. For my simple syrup, I did make simple syrup. It is here, because since lockdown, you can't buy anything that's not essential. This is considered a food container, whereas a nice glass bottle with for that you could put a schnapps top, a nice glass bottle that you could put a dash topper onto, can't be bought, it seems. Maybe like a vinaigrette bottle or something, couldn't find one. This costs like $2.50. It does mean that when I'm putting in 2 dashes, I don't know, we'll see what happens. And I got some ice, so let's see what happens. Okay, so cocktail shaker, which I have not used yet, so oh my god, that's really difficult to get off. There's a strong chance we'll end up using a protein shaker. Nope, there we go. There's also a chance that the green behind me, the Potions Classroom behind me, is reflecting off all the metallic stuff I've got. So I really don't know how this video is going to turn out, but hopefully the sound will be great because I've got a microphone on my scarf. Okay, so 1 ounce of gin. If this was, how to drink, you get some really nice close-ups here, where he usually spills something. I can't do a close-up, but almost definitely going to spill something. So that's 1 ounce of gin, half an ounce of apple schnapps. I'm using Mickey Finn's Cracking Irish Apple. Yeah, it's the stuff that we all said, oh, let's get shots of, but we didn't want to do real shots, so we drink this stuff. Now this is about a tenner, unless you get it where I got it, because it seems it's sold out everywhere in town. So I had to resort to my local Centra, where it's 13 something, because, convenience stores tend to be more expensive. And then that one is more expensive again because they're assholes. So that is my half ounce of apple schnapps, 2 dashes of simple syrup. Just gonna yeah, that's plenty. Now, it says 2 ounces of champagne. Unless you're an idiot, you realize don't put the fizzy drink into the cocktail shaker. You want to shake it up first and then put in your champagne or Prosecco. Now, it says 2 ounces. What I've seen in other recipes is you just pour the stuff in, top it up with champagne, let it rest because it's going to bubble, and then top it up again, which is what I'm going to do, because if you just pour in 2 ounces, we'll see what happens. But first we need ice. So again, how to drink, you would have 1 big ice cube, 1 small ice cube, or 1 big ice cube whole and 1 ice cube cracked. I don't have big ice cubes. In fact, when I came back from the shop, there was a strong chance that we didn't have any ice at all. So we're making do. I'm going to put in 3 ice cubes. I want it to start getting cold, and I want the dilution from the ice cubes. Close that. Close that. Shaky, shaky, shaky. I don't know why I look down every time I stop making noise, but I'm sorry if this is really loud. Oh, I did spill something. I spilled lots. I have here a champagne flute that's made of plastic. That's harder plastic than I thought, that I got in one of the cheap pound shops. Okay, now the 2 ounces part. What I'll do is I'll actually pour the Prosecco into the jigger just so I see how much we end up using. There might be room for 2 ounces there, I don't know. But I'll do it an ounce at a time in case it all fizzes up. I say ounces, I'm using, as I said, 50 mils. 500 mils. There's 1. Yeah, we're not gonna fit 2 in there. Oh, we did. Barely. Exactly, in fact. I also realised that the cheap plastic champagne flute I bought is heckin' green. So I don't know how that's going to work with the green screen behind me. I went to college and did audio and video production. I have 2 degrees in this. And I got a green champagne flute to make a video where I make a cocktail in a champagne flute in front of a green screen. Anyway. Cheers. That's not bad. I don't think it'd be anybody's go-to, but I've had French 75s that are like similar. You get a bit of the apple on at the back as you're swallowing it down. Alright, it's not bad. It is kind of like an apple drop in a French 75. This is a French drop. I don't think it'll be anybody's go-to. But yeah, you could drink it. I'm pretty sure the lemon juice is doing more than just being sour. So I don't think apple schnapps is necessarily a good substitute. But you are, bumping up the alcohol a bit. Now this is only 15%. We used to do shots of this. This is basically like candy wine. But anyway, So 15% isn't a whole ton, except it is significantly more than lemon juice on its own. So you're sacrificing some of the classic of the French 75 for the alcohol of the French drop, and it's more, without wanting to get pretentious, it's playful and creative is what I was going with. So because, you know, magic, and also I kind of wanted to call a drink a French drop because that's what I was doing for 5 minutes straight while I was thinking about this. But hey, this is drinkable. I'm going to shut the video down because, you know, I don't know how much you can see stuff anyway because of that. But I'm going to shut that down and finish this off. And overall, I'd say that's a success. I mentioned how to drink a couple of times. I did actually tweet at Greg to see if my theory of what the lemon juice was doing was right, and hence would this be a decent drink. He's a very busy man, but I tweeted at him when I wasn't near cocktail-y stuff. And then I also mentioned it to the ladies over at Tipsy Wizards, who you should totally check out if you like magic, wizarding world stuff, and cocktails. And they said we'll definitely put it on our list. So, Savannah and Shelby, I'd say make it. Tell me what you think. I don't think it's going to be your favourite cocktail ever, but I'd be interested to see what somebody else thinks of it. So yeah, if you're watching this, let me know and let me know what you think. Bye!